I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy.
Y'all, when I say I've been going through it, I have been going through it. I have literally felt like I've been in hell. I need y'all, if y'all love me, I need y'all to pray for me. Remember whenever I said that I think Geritol is the reason that my cycle kicked back in, that it brought back my youth? It wasn't until this week, because remember I ran out of Geritols. I hadn't taken it for a couple of days, but I went and bought 2 bottles and I, got back to taking it. And I've been in hell. What do you mean, Cole? I think Geritol kicked in my libido because I've been chilling. I ain't been using my self-care apparatus. I just been and going straight to bed. But baby, these last 2 days, I don't know what the hell going on. I'm walking around here squeezing my thighs together. I'm doing Kegels. Unconsciously, I'm in hell, y'all. I'm in hell. And y'all know I'm celibate. And I could call somebody who could. But I'm not. But baby, I have been in hell the last couple of nights. I'm gonna be strong, your girl gonna be strong, and hold on. But I need y'all to pray these demons away because baby, it's got me in a chokehold. And I don't know how much longer. And y'all, I am not being dramatic when I say I am so serious. I don't know if it's the warm weather. I don't know what it is. But baby, when I say it's had me in a chokehold, I know it's the Geritol. I know it's the Geritol. I know it's the Geritol. But baby, whenever I say that this thing came back with a vengeance, y'all just pray for me. I'm finna get ready to go to bed. I love y'all. I'm almost scared to go to bed. I ain't bullshit. I'm scared to go to bed. I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.
How you doing? Hey y'all. So wait a minute. Y'all, how about my neighbors over here on the seventh floor still got their Christmas tree up? Not only do they have it up, but they got it lit. I ain't mad at them, baby. Live your life. Do whatever makes you happy. And then my little fine neighbor, the swimmer. I don't know if I have talked to you guys about swimming. I probably haven't because I started my YouTube channel. I got back active in like September, October, I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if I talked about the fine neighbor who comes to the pool about 8 o'clock at night and swims laps. So he has, let me see if I can split this around. He has um, apparently, y'all see the red light right there? See, that's sexy. That's sexy. So he has red lights in his apartment and he has his door open. Baby, whenever I say he is fine, this is not the one that I always talk to you guys about. Um, the tall fine one. Y'all, I slick my hair down with some extreme gel, but it hasn't reached the length yet where I like to slick it down. I think I'll show y'all what it looks like whenever I slick it down and insert a picture, but I think I put in the other video. But so I got so much I want to talk to you guys about on this vlog, so much stuff that just be going through my mind. But the quote that I quoted, which is Jill Scott, which basically she says, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do. That's how she said it. And I had to sit and ponder, excuse me, what she meant by that. And I had one way of thinking about it. But then I just finished reading this book, and it's a debate between me and my girl Andrea, because she has very much Leo energy, and so she's one of those where you can't tell me what to do. But I'm not that woman. Believe it or not, most people. Okay, come on, airplane. Okay, first let me jump off of something. I am so excited about it warming up. I know the groundhog supposedly did or did not see his shadow, and we supposed to have 6 more weeks of winter, whatever. I don't care. I enjoyed my walk today with my sister. I'm so excited because now that's whenever I do my best with working out. It's when I can get outside and walk. So we had a nice little walk today, and I'm really excited about that. I'm so happy to be back out here on my patio, my balcony, and I done put my plants out. It's supposed to stay warm except for the end of next week, but hopefully it'll be still warm enough for me not to have to bring them in. Two have died, but yeah, but the rest of them are thriving. So excited about that. Excited you guys are going to get a lot of time when I'll be out here on my balcony having a conversation with you guys, drinking my wine. But back to what I was talking about. So I read this book that the name of it was um, At the End of It All. Y'all, I'll put the a screenshot of the book in this video. I can't. It's at the end of it all, or something like that. Just finished reading it. Don't get on me because I can't exactly remember the name of the title. But the book, after having a conversation with Andrea, because I was going on and on about it. I usually don't read books that reference young adults, but it was something about this book that made me decide to go ahead and read it, and I'm so glad that I did. Because it reminds me of my youth. It reminds me, I still haven't had the conversation about my little dope boy days, but it reminds me of my youth. And I keep saying life is not all black and white. And the older I get, the more I learn myself and better understand myself. I understand why I've done some of the things that I've done, felt the way that I felt. And I just thank God for His grace. I thank God for the clarity that He's been giving me. I thank God for the love of self that I now have. And believe it or not, I thank God. I thank God for every single thing that I have been through in this life, the good, the bad, the horrible, the terrible, because it has made me the woman that I am truly falling in love with. So, the name of the book is, I think you believe, is At the End of It All. It's about a young lady who is 18, freshman in college, and she begins to date this guy. He's 21. He's also in college, but he's been through some things. I don't want to give the book away about, but the book is very good. And it was very engaging for me because it ties into masculine energy. It reminded me of later daters, the woman who is a niece. She's very educated, but it took the right man to come along and just pull her femininity all the way out. She's a very feminine and beautiful woman, but she's a take charge type of woman because that's the way that she's had to live her whole life. But the right man came along and basically just turned her to putty just based on his masculine energy and how he handled her. That is the key thing. Handled. Andrea don't like me saying handled, but for me, I desire a man who can handle me. I desire a man who can say, "All right, Chloe," and he go, "All right, Chloe," and I'm going, and he goes, "Woman, if you don't get somewhere and sit your ass down, I will not be offended because it's how you say it, it's the way you say it, and make sure that the words are not demeaning. You can lovingly sit me down and check me. And baby, whenever I say I will be mush, I will be mush." So in this book, at the end of it all, um, she's 18. She's actually a virgin. She is a beautiful young lady. She's going through some things. Her mother has cancer. She really doesn't remember her father because he died young. And she meets this guy who's in college with her, and the way that he handles her, a lot of women would be offended because they don't want to be told what to do. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what I can and cannot do. You can't tell me what I can wear. You can't tell me this. But I see things differently. And I see things differently because I've been strong for so long that the right man, and I'll reference, my ex who I was with for 7 years. He was that man. He was 5 years younger than me, but he was that man who just made me want to follow his lead. And that's what it comes down to. A man being able to make you follow his lead because you know what he's telling you or the direction he's leading you in or the things that he's saying is not because he's controlling. Let me address that. We use the term controlling and insecure these days entirely too much. That's the first thing that we throw out, that somebody is controlling, somebody's insecure. You got to be careful because once he start controlling you and once you start letting him tell you this and tell you that, this and the third, and we black women, we say it with a neck roll, with an attitude. But part of the issue is that we we say we want a man that's take charge, but we don't want to give up that power. Me, baby, just let me rest softly on my stilettos. You can have all this shit. So it goes back to what Jill Scott said when she says, if you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. And what she means by that is, if there's a problem as a man, if you can basically say to me or reassure me, baby, don't worry about it. I got this. Or I can come to you with a problem and you with passion and vigor want to take it on and help me solve it, then you can tell me what to do. But if you can't help me resolve any issues, or if you can't take this burden away from me, or if you can't step in as a man and make me feel like, baby, I got you, you ain't got to worry about it, I got this, then you can't tell me what to do. Prime example, years ago, I had a girlfriend whose husband, he was just a man's man. So we was all getting ready, to go out to brunch, and she was on her way to meet she was on her way to meet us at another girlfriend's house. And on her way, her car started to run hot. She called her husband. He all the way on the other side of town, because we on this side of town. She almost to us. She called her husband. He said, baby, pull over. He said, I'll be there in a minute. He drove from Camp Creek to Stone Mountain, brought her his car, his truck, told her, baby, go on, go on, do what you gotta do with your girls. Called his homeboy, and his homeboy came, and they got her car home. That is the kind of energy that will make a woman soften, because he took care of it. She didn't have to worry about anything. So that's the masculine energy that we are missing today with so many men, because they want the title, they want to be respected, they want to be submitted to, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with it. So as I was taking a shower and I was thinking about all of this, it goes back to, it made me think about why was I so attracted to drug dealers whenever I wasn't raised like that. My dad, he was a blue collar worker. My mom, she was a blue collar worker. Um, it's so funny because I found some of my mom's old tax returns from like the 80s. And I was just really blown away when I looked at her and my dad's, combined tax return. And that's another thing. I look at so many people, they file their taxes separately. They're married, but they do everything separately. That's not the kind of marriage that I want. That's just not the kind of marriage that I want. But I was looking at the tax returns. I was like, we weren't poor. We weren't rich, but we weren't poor. And I'm saying this because I wasn't raised to where you would have expected me to date those types of men. And I wondered, why was I so attracted to those types of men? Because when I was like 19, I was dating one of the biggest dealers here in Atlanta. And I realized that it wasn't even about the money that he spent, because he would spend money. And it's so funny because, and I got to tell you this story. I remember when he took me out to um, Ruth, not it wasn't Ruth Quit. It was what was the name of that restaurant? It was like Ruth Chris, but was it Cheyenne? It was on Peachtree Road. Was it Cheyenne? I can't remember what it was, but it was something like Ruth Chris. And whenever we got there, because I was green, I was like 19, and we got there and everything. We sat down, and I was trying to be, and was far from it. And so I said that I wanted filet mignon because I had seen it on TV, like on Dynasty or the Carringtons or something like that. I wanted filet mignon, and then I wanted the baked potatoes with the little green onions on it. And the waiter said, the server, the waiter, he said, you want scallions? And I was like, I want the little green onions. So when the filet mignon came, let me take a sip. Y'all, when the filet mignon came, I looked at it. He's sitting across from me. It's back in the day whenever the guys used to have finger waves. He had his finger waves. Oh my God, this is so hilarious. So he had his finger waves, got an open face goal. I can see his face now. And I'm looking, and he was like, baby, what's wrong? And I'm like, and so the the wait server, he's standing there. What's wrong? I said, I didn't order this. And he said, well, baby, you said you wanted filet mignon. Yeah, I wanted filet mignon. This steak, I wanted fish. Y'all, I was so green. I thought filet mignon, in my mind, I'm associating filet with fish, as in filet ya fish. Baby, the look on his face and the look on the server face, and I'm just as green can be. And at that point, it was at that point, he realized he was going to have to teach me some things. And that's part of the reason why this book set so endearing in my spirit, because she reminded me of me. And the guy in the book, even though he wasn't, a drug dealer, he was actually very wealthy, because his father used to play in the NBA, and now his father was a coach. So he had money because of that. But he reminded me of who I dated back then, and she reminded me of me. And I guess it was so, and I'm saying this to you, Andrea, I put it together when I was in the shower why this book was so endearing to me, because it reminded me of me and this street pharmacist that I used to date. At that point, um, my clothes changed. He took me shopping. I got to the point where I would wear nothing but heels for the longest. I didn't even I didn't even wear jeans for years. I was like in my 30s before I started wearing jeans. I didn't start wearing jeans until not my 30s. I'll say my late 20s. I didn't start wearing jeans until I started dating my ex fiance, because that's another story, child. He changed my whole wardrobe. I didn't wear sneakers. I didn't wear jeans. I was always dressed up, always had the jewelry on, always made up. And his insecurities had me wearing jeans, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and he was always buying me sneakers. Because we would get ready to go somewhere, and I would get ready to put my stuff on, and he was like, why don't you just throw on some jeans and a t-shirt and some sneakers? And that just wasn't me, because of the lifestyle that I had lived before. Even with my child's father, he would buy me, he would just take me on shopping sprees and just buy me, and I just didn't wear sneakers. I only wore heels. So yeah, that book, that book brought me back to why I was so drawn to that book. I'm sorry. When I was in the shower, I realized why that book was so endearing to me, because it reminded me of me in my youth, number one. And then I had to question, why was I so drawn to that type of man? Because that type of man exuded power. That type of man took care of me. I didn't have to worry about anything. He was a very take charge type of man, and that is what I miss so much. He was a take charge type of man. I go to the salon, I get my hair done. He didn't necessarily give me any money to get my hair done. He would roll up there in his Benz. He would come in and he would pay the stylist for my hair. Same thing with me and my nails. I always had money, but he would, it was nothing for him to walk up into the nail shop on Counter Road, pay for my toes, pay for my nails, tip the technician, and he gone on about his way. It was nothing for me to go up to his car wash and babe, I need some money. He go in the safe, give me $1,000. And it wasn't so much necessarily the money aspect of it, even though the money aspect of it was nice, but it was just the masculine energy. It was the I'm taking care of you. It's the I didn't have to worry about nothing. And that's what is so missing today with men these days. With men these days, it's like it's a boxing match for the smallest things. If I get a flat tire and I call you and say, baby, I got a flat tire, for you to tell me, well, don't you have AAA? Well, why don't you call AAA? Sometimes AAA will take 2 hours to get there. You rather for me to sit on the side of the road waiting on AAA because I got coverage whenever you 40 minutes away. You should want to rush and make sure that I'm taken care of, because anybody could just come and hit my car, or anything can happen. But brothers these days don't have that we women look for. It's like we have more masculine energy than them. And I know there are some good brothers out there. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the having to sift through it. And so it's like, what do you do? How do I reduce my masculine energy to allow my feminine energy to come out in order to attract the right type of man? It's like, if y'all can help me figure it out, tell me something. If you can tell me what to do, then baby girls, sister girls, then you can tell me what to do. Yeah. So that's that conversation for right now. Because right now we at 25 minutes. And I know y'all don't want this whole vlog to be about me talking about just sitting here just talking at y'all. So I'm about to drink the rest of this wine. Enjoy the beauty of this weather. Cut y'all off. Cut me something like the OJs and the Commodores on. And I will get with you beautiful people later. Love you, bye. Okay, real quick, y'all. Real quick. Let me show some love to my girl, Kimberly, with a Y. And her name is Kimberly, not Kim. Bonet. Girl, this is for you. Y'all, real quick, let me spin this bad baby around. Let me go over here. Y'all see this sister? Do y'all see this sister? Do y'all see this sister? Let me get a little closer. The hat, the sweater, the jacket, the light beat, the sophisticated ears. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Baby, when I say I love my 50 and up sisters, oh my God. I love to see us. When I say us, I love to see us doing the damn thing. So to Miss Kimberly Bonet, I salute you, sis. You look damn good. And the thing is, that's why it's kind of hard for women like her, and I'm going to say us, because whenever you're well put together, you exude a certain level of sophistication that a man knows that when he steps to you, he got to come hard, he got to come strong, and he can't come wrong. He has to be in his right state of mind, mentally, emotionally, financially. He doesn't have to be rich, ladies, but he has to be stable, because you can't holler at a woman like that and you come in with some bullshit. You can't holler at a woman like that and you ain't got your own. You can't holler at a woman like that because she took herself out today. If she can take herself out, I used to hear all the time that women be expecting more from men than they do for themselves. Okay, so what happens whenever you have a woman who looks as well as she looks, put together, and she goes out, treats herself to something, a nice dinner. She just went to the Coach store. Why should we have to expect less? She's been on a couple of dates where she's spoken about men who basically she's gone on a date with them. They might be 60 or whatever, and they try and break her down. This is the type of sister that you know how they say the people that you hang around, you're supposed to hang around people who are at your level, but also those who are higher than you, so it helps you to jump up and elevate. That's what I love about our sisterhood. That's what I love about Kaylani. That's what I love about Bossy Tasha. That's what I love about Kimberly Bonet. These sisters are motivating. They are killing the 50 and up game. They are trying to put some of these 40 years old and 30 year olds and even 20-year olds, put them up on game. This is how a woman look. The only thing is that it can make you lonely. It can make you lonely because men know that, like I said, when they come, they gotta come correct. Girl.